Okay, hello everybody. Today is the 21st of February 2018. This is JFD Brokers Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Lemchauskas, where we're going to have a quick look at the markets before the US Open. And it's actually a few minutes before the US Opens, and yeah, we'll just see what's happening right now. Now, before we continue, quickly the risk disclaimer. So JFD Brokers offers exclusively consultancy-free services. The content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. I'll let you just quickly read the rest and we can jump into the charts. Okay, so the thing that we're going to look at will be the US 500, which is the S&P 500. Now, currently it's trading at around the same price as it closed yesterday. Even though yesterday the markets closed in red, at the moment the price is not going anywhere. The only thing is, what's interesting is that we had this channel here, and it managed to kind of drag its way out of it, and it broke this channel to the downside. Now, this is a 4-hour chart, by the way. So the 4-hour candle now it's turning bullish, and I think it's going to drag like this until we'll have the FOMC minutes released later on today. At the moment, there's not much activity. I doubt maybe we'll see a lot of activity during the US Open, well, hopefully, but at the moment it's just stuck here and around these EMAs here on the 4-hour chart, around the 50, 100 and the 200 EMAs. So until we get a more clear view, then it's quite difficult to say where it's going to head. So potentially, if we will look at this here, this level right here. Now, this is an area that I'm watching right now. That's around 2730 area. So this was a high in February, on the 7th of February. So if we manage to break above this level, then there is some chance that it could go higher and get back into this channel and move a little bit higher. But if it doesn't, the other level to watch right now is this one, the 2688 level. Of course, the 27 will be significant as well. The 27 round number of 2700 is a good level to watch as well. But this level of 2688 would confirm that this market wants to continue going lower. And lower, I would aim probably for around somewhere like this area here, around 2620. As a first level of support. Now, if this doesn't hold, you can probably expect that the market will go and retest its previous lows here at around 2530, 2550 maybe. But yeah, until we get a good confirmation or move above the 2730 or move below the 2700, we're just keeping an eye on this one right now. Okay, so a similar story with the Dow Jones. Also, here is kind of holding on this little trend line here. It seems that it wants to break it. This is, by the way, a daily chart. I'll just put it on a 4-hour chart now. Actually, let's adjust this slightly better. So if we draw the trend line something like this, then we also can see a similar story, like in the S&P 500, that it kind of dragged itself out of this trend line. Potentially, maybe you could see some lower levels being hit, but at the moment we're just observing this one, the same as with the S&P 500. Now, now let's jump into the pairs, the currency pairs, and as I wanted to start saying, that the one that I really want to watch out for right now is the GBP USD. Now, we've got Mark Carney, the governor of BOE, will be presenting his report on inflation. So all eyes on that right now. All the pound traders are looking at that one. So this morning when we were discussing where it could go, we can see that I'll just enlarge this, zoom in a little bit. We can see that the price moved down quite sharply in the morning. We almost had a touch of this 200 EMA here, but it just didn't have enough pips. Well, just it left a few pips away from it, but now it just rebounded from this area and moved higher. Of course, this is an hourly chart, by the way, so of course we need to keep on monitoring this one. I would recommend just to monitor it because once the meeting starts, the BOE meeting starts, we might see some good fluctuation, but of course more risk in trading. So just keep an eye on it for now, and be careful. Of course, that's the most important thing. Be careful. Another one to watch is the euro dollar. Now the euro dollar was hanging on a cliff. It seemed that it's hanging on this cliff, and it initially tried to break it, but was rejected here, and now it moved higher a little bit. So the question is, of course, will we actually get a move higher? Is this support enough for the euro dollar to move higher? If it is, then the first resistance, it's meeting a lot of resistance levels on its way. So the first one would be the 100 EMA here, which is around the 123,600 level. So like I said, there is a lot of resistance for it to go upwards. If it's gonna look strong, if it's gonna just rush through all these EMAs here, then definitely we're looking back at the 124 level and above. So and the above would be 124,250, and of course, yes, this is the 124,250. If it takes out this level, then we're potentially looking for some higher levels, even coming back to the 125,500. But at the moment, this has to be kept monitored. This trend line here. If we get a break below it suddenly, then this is opening a path towards lower levels, and we can see that it does have a lot of levels to go down and hit. So yeah, guys, I mean, stay sharp on this one, to be honest, because like I said, even the smallest news can push it now lower, and yeah, we can get a break here and then just start hitting those 122,800 levels. But again, if we get a good bounce, now if this 4-hour candle will close bullish, then there is some potential more to the upside. Okay, and another one quickly that I really wanted to look at, again, is the same one, the euro-yen that I was monitoring. Now this morning we had this beautiful upwards move. This is, by the way, a 4-hour chart. We had this beautiful move here. We were trading this morning around this area, around the 50 EMA, which is the red line here. I've mentioned the fact that it could retrace a little bit, hit this trend line here, and then maybe push higher, but at the moment we're seeing that it got below this trend line, and now it's kind of trading a little bit lower that trend line. Now we need to wait until this 4-hour candle will close, see what's happening. If it's going to close again above this trend line, then we could see that this area here, this trend line here, could be a strong level for a bounce to the upside. So basically a good level of support. If this 4-hour candle stays below, then we need to be very, very careful, cautious here, because again, we could see a drop below here towards these previous lows of 131,800. A test of these levels could be seen if we start breaking the 132,250 area around this area here. So yeah, a lot to watch, guys, especially the pound. Let's quickly have a look if the pound is moving. No, the pound is still waiting for some news. So like I said, keep an eye on these guys. on these pairs, and yeah, keep an eye on the price action, and I hope you have a good US session. Bye bye guys.